Most people think they understand Rottweilers before they own one. The breed has one of the most recognizable reputations in the world. Future owners usually expect a powerful dog. They often imagine strength, confidence, and loyalty. Those expectations are not necessarily wrong. However, many owners quickly discover there is much more to living with a Rottweiler than they expected. The first surprise often arrives during everyday life. Owning a Rottweiler feels different from owning many other breeds. Many people focus on the breed's appearance before ownership. What often surprises them is how much attention the dog attracts. Friends, neighbors, and strangers frequently notice a Rottweiler. The breed tends to stand out wherever it goes. Many owners become used to answering questions. Conversations about the dog become surprisingly common. This is one of the first things people rarely expect. The breed's reputation often arrives before the dog does. Another thing nobody tells you is how quickly routines begin to change. Life naturally starts adapting around the dog. Schedules gradually become more structured. Daily activities often follow familiar patterns. Most owners do not notice this adjustment immediately. The changes happen slowly over time. Eventually, the routines feel completely normal. Looking back is often the only way owners notice how much changed. Another surprise is how much attention owners pay to their Rottweiler. Familiar habits become easy to recognize. Small changes often stand out. Experience creates familiarity. Many owners eventually feel they understand their dog extremely well. Years of observation contribute to that feeling. The process develops naturally. Shared routines build understanding. Another thing people rarely expect is how often visitors react to the breed. The reactions can be surprisingly different. Some people are immediately curious. Others become noticeably cautious. Many owners learn to anticipate these responses. The breed's reputation influences first impressions. Over time, owners become familiar with these situations. The experience becomes part of everyday life. Another realization appears as the years pass. Many owners discover they enjoy ordinary moments more than expected. The biggest memories are not always dramatic events. Everyday experiences often become the most meaningful. Simple routines gain importance over time. Familiar moments become lasting memories. Many owners do not realize this at first. The significance becomes clear later. Another thing nobody tells you is how much the breed becomes part of household life. The adjustment happens gradually. The Rottweiler begins appearing in everyday routines. Life naturally includes the dog. Many future owners focus heavily on responsibilities. They expect feeding schedules, exercise, and daily care. What often surprises them is how quickly those responsibilities become habits. The routines feel natural. Another thing owners notice is how often family members talk about the dog. Stories tend to accumulate quickly. Every household develops memorable experiences. The Rottweiler often becomes part of family conversations. Visitors begin recognizing the dog. Friends and relatives become familiar with its presence. The breed gradually becomes part of the household identity. Many owners never expected that. Another surprise is how quickly years seem to pass. This realization appears frequently among experienced owners. When ownership begins, the future feels distant. Time appears abundant. Years later, many owners wonder where the time went. The experience often feels shorter than expected. This realization changes how people view everyday life. Ordinary moments gain value. Many owners start appreciating familiar routines more. Experience changes perspective. Another thing nobody tells you is how much owners enjoy sharing stories about the breed. Conversations often return to the Rottweiler. The dog becomes a source of memorable experiences. New stories continue appearing over time. Many future owners imagine that strength will be the most important part of ownership. The reality often turns out differently. For many people, companionship becomes far more significant. The relationship eventually takes center stage. Another thing owners discover is how familiar daily life becomes. Predictable routines create comfort. The dog becomes connected to everyday experiences. The bond grows through repetition. Many owners never notice exactly when this happens. The change develops naturally. Years of shared experiences create lasting memories. The connection becomes difficult to separate from daily life. Another realization is how much the breed influences future decisions. Plans often begin taking the dog into consideration. This adjustment rarely feels inconvenient. Most owners simply adapt without thinking about it. The Rottweiler becomes part of everyday planning. The change feels completely normal. Looking back, many owners are surprised by how naturally it happened. The transition was gradual. Another thing nobody tells you is how much the breed becomes connected to family milestones. Important moments often include the dog. Photographs, celebrations, and everyday memories frequently feature the Rottweiler. The dog becomes part of the family's story. Many owners eventually realize they have spent years building memories together. The process happened one day at a time. The significance becomes obvious only in hindsight. Experience reveals it. Another surprise is how strongly owners remember the ordinary years. The routines become just as meaningful as special occasions. Simple experiences often leave the deepest impression. Familiarity creates value. Many future owners never expect this. They assume the most memorable moments will be dramatic. Instead, everyday life often becomes the part owners remember most. The ordinary becomes extraordinary. What nobody tells you about living with a Rottweiler is that ownership gradually becomes about much more than the breed itself. The experience becomes tied to routines, memories, family life, and years of shared experiences. That realization often arrives later than expected. By the time owners fully understand it, many realize the Rottweiler has become one of the most important parts of their daily lives.